offline online joinees. Everyone, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah. So in the previous class we were discussing technical SEO, right? So welcome SEO. But here today I'm going to discuss few examples or scenarios of various technical issues that you could find, right? Taking care of what to do or what not to do is fine, but observing what are the actual technical issues on the websites or project is super important. So we'll try to look into it. So I mentioned it to you last time. GT metrics is one tool. Tools.pingdom.com. You all see the screen? You all see the screen, right?
Yes. Yes.
Page speed test. So this is another tool. Okay. So randomly, I'm going to provide one URL to study what is the issue with those pages. Look at this. I'm providing this URL, the tls.co.uk lives biography Christopher. Right, some article. I have clicked on analyze, and here as well. Let me click on this URL. Let me take some location. Yeah, these tools are going to produce the reports. So if we look at this, see the GT matrix grade is C, which suppose should be the highest is A grade and performance can be 100 out of 100. Okay, and it is suggested to maintain at least above 90, right? But if you look at this, the performance grade is 60 percentage. Okay, so your performance score is essentially your lighthouse performance score as captured by GT metrics with our custom audits, analysis options, browsers, and hardware specifications. Learn more about scoring. The performance score tells you how well your page performs from a user perspective. The score is made up of 6 key metrics with the following weights, that is, first content paint, speed index, largest content paint. So, speed index, let's look into speed index, then we'll come back. So speed index is a performance measure, not a milestone on your page loading timeline. Instead, it is result of the calculation that reflects your visitor's page experience utilizing a frame by frame analysis of your page's load behavior. Speed index is very much tied to other page load timings. This makes it a useful overall benchmark for accessing your website's performance in its entirety. Synthetic timing that is calculated, not measured. It is computed using visual differences between frames capturing during your page load. Visual difference between frames captured during your page load. Each visual frame represents time intervals and each captured frame is scored for visual completeness above the fold until all content is visible. That is when the page is visually complete. See, now this is your completeness. Completeness is everything on the page is loaded. Speed index. So visual completeness of your page is measured as speed index. So in order to, so now if your page, see, speed index is very poor. Then on the web page to load different components. And what is the overall time taken to fully load all the visual components on the web page is calculated as a speed index. And this has to be as low as possible. Okay, so this has to be as low as possible. Let's see. Okay, so speed index. So total blocking time. So look at this. There is something called as FCP. FCP is the first content point. LCP is the largest content point, and total blocking time. TBT is total blocking time. CLS is cumulative layout shift, and SI is speed index. There are two issues with regard to this URS. One is speed index, and another one is total blocking time. Total blocking time is the biggest culprit here, and we can see that here. What is that? Avoid long main thread tasks. secure pub ads, secure pub ads, cdn.permotive.com, some JavaScript file, this one 1.3. Start time 4.4 seconds, duration 683 milliseconds, start time 3.83 seconds. List the longest task on the main thread, useful for identifying worst contributors to input delay. Consider using a plugin like WP Rocket to reduce activity on the main thread. Pages with smaller total sizes and fewer requests tend to be. So total full load time is 6.1 seconds. The total fully load time. So in order to load this page completely, the total time taking is 6.1 second. What is it showing here? It is showing as 798 milliseconds, which is wrong. Here this report is saying the total load time, full load time is 6.1 milliseconds, and time interactive. Total blocking time itself is significant. How much is that? Page with smaller total sizes and fewer requests tend to load. Pages with smaller total sizes and fewer requests tend to load faster. 6.1 seconds full load time. 1.87 MB uh, of 2.79 MB. 66.9% of total page size. 85 of 261 requests. GS 32.6% of total page requests. 2.429 kb, 15% of total page size. So total page requests are 261. Here it is showing 131, but the total page requests here are 261. Lists the longest task on the main thread useful for identifying worst contributors to input delay. Double click .NET page add manage this. At 4.4 second, this is triggering. At 3.83 second, secure pub C double click .NET the page. 580 milliseconds. So we are trying to figure it out what is this and how is this impacting and how can it be minimized. Secure pubbats.g.doubleclick.net. This is majorly slowing down browsing eBay. How can I get rid of it? Secure puppatch.g. Double click the page net. Manage the JS to use.js. What is this? Double click .net .net impacting the load time, the total blocking time. So this website uh, is loading the limited control, and even in those scenarios you can optimize your ads. So this page also has ads. This is an ad, right? So when your website is showing ads like this, even these ads would impact the performance of your website. This ads would impact the. Shivu, are you there? Sleepy. This ads would impact the performance of the website. And today we are discussing about those things. Okay. So what has to be done in order to fix such kinds of issues? Okay. So there are various methods. So one is what happens is usually when you load the page, automatically every piece of information or content, the ads, mostly the ads, everything will get loaded. So if there are 5-6 ads on the web page, all these 5-6 ads will get loaded. In the top there will be an ad, in the mid of the page there will be an ad, at the bottom of the page there will be an ad, to the right side there will be an ad, to the left side there will be an ad. So what is it suggested is do not load all of them until unless there is an action performed by the user. That is called as lazy loading. When they scroll through the page, so you must have seen the pagination, right? Click on 1, 2, 3, 4 in the bottom pagination. So now all these pages doesn't get loaded until unless you click on this pagination. Okay, so you have to click on pagination and that's when it loads. Or in some websites you must have screen, you will start scrolling and then they will start showing up. They will not load when you scroll, they load only when you scroll. Yeah, so that is called as lazy loading. So it's suggested to implement a lazy loading, right, to avoid this I mean to improve the performance of your website. Okay, and also wherever there is an ad served, the ad files are loading. The ad files are loading. Okay, so parallelly these do not wait to load this ad files until the content is loaded. You can parallelly load your ad content along with your web page. That is called as asynchronous. Parallelly perform the task, right? So it's something like this. So you must be preparing something in the kitchen, right? So let's say you are preparing rice and you have to prepare some curry as well. Do not wait until your rice is done. Parallelly you can start preparing that curry or vegetable whatsoever it is, right? So same way the content on the web page can be loaded parallelly, which is called as asynchronous loading. Okay, load ad tag asynchronously. This audit ensures ad tag library scripts are loaded asynchronously. By default, JavaScript execution is synchronous. This meant that once a script is encountered, no other content can be loaded until that script has been downloaded, passed and executed. Opting into asynchronous execution prevents this, allowing the browser to continue processing other resources while the specified script is loaded in the background. This keeps your page responsive while scripts are loading and decreases the time necessary to load all the critical components. So I'm going to add this as well. Okay. So third thing is better ad standards. Follow better ad standards for improved performance. See, if your ad is too big on the page, that would probably take a lot of time to load, right? Hence, it's suggested to follow some ad formats, suggested ad formats. It's essential to adhere to better ad standards for displaying ads because doing so not only enhances the user experience by reducing intrusive and descriptive ad formats but also positively impacts ad delivery position and page load time. By following these standards, ads are more likely to be placed in positions that are less obstructive and intrusive, which can result in higher user engagement and click-through rates. Furthermore, adhering to these guidelines can also lead to faster page loading speeds since lighter, lesser resource-intensive ad formats are favored, improving overall website performance and user satisfaction. Not all ad networks and providers are created equal in terms of performance. To ensure optimal page speed, website owners should meticulously evaluate the performance of different ad networks, header bidding, implementation, and providers. For giving partnerships with providers that prioritize speed and have a track record of delivering lightweight ad content effectively can significantly increase page performance and improve the user experience. So, this point is telling that partner only with providers that prioritize the speed. So they are called as ad networks. Partner with ad networks that prioritize the speed. If you're just going with all the ad networks, they may have not given importance for the performance of the speed, and in those cases, so ads are served by various providers like Google, Marketo, um, DoubleClick. There are many ad providers. What is that? Google Jamboard. I don't know what he's looking for. Okay, fine. Anyways. Mohit, what is that?
So screen is stuck.
Sorry.
The screen is stuck.
Oh, okay, okay.
Your
Yes,
screen.
screen is stuck. Is it only for you or everybody if experiencing the same?
Sure.
Ad sizes, formats, and positions play a crucial role in performance. So it could be a bit difficult for you all to understand all this. So anyways, it's not important for you to really master this. As a digital marketer, it's not that important, but it's okay to understand at least how do we tackle these kinds of scenarios or situations, right? That's why I'm walking through this general best practices. We'll go through the general best practices. Yeah. Left side. Working with GPT that must be considered too. GPT is Google Publisher Tag. Ensure you make the most of your ad space with minimal impact to site performance. After all, faster ads matter. Below, we will cover some best practices you should keep in mind when working on your own integration. Google Publisher Tag GPTs, Google Publisher Tag from an official source. Always request the GPT library from an official source. Standard secure pub ads .g .doubleclick .net .talk .gpt .js. Is it the same? The GPT is fine. Limited ads. Okay. Important. The limited ads URL should only be used on sites that make use of limited ads feature. This is a cookie-less domain used to aid in publisher regulatory compliance needs. Requesting GPT from this URL when limited ads are not in use will cause the browser to open an additional unnecessary network connection which may slow down ad loading. Okay. So the limited ads URL, this is limited ads URL, should only be used on sites that make use of limited ads feature. This is a cookie-less domain used to aid in publisher regulatory compliance. It's regulating GPT from this URL, requesting GPT from this URL when limited ads are not in use will call the browser. Requesting GPT from this URL when limited ads are not in use will cause the browser to open an additional unnecessaries of gpt.js, pub ads, implement.js or any libraries they load from your own server or load them from an unofficial source. Using a locally cached version of the GPT may not always work in newer version of browsers or operating systems and may not be updated with new features and improvements. Older versions of GPT library can be discontinued at any time and may lead to loss of ad revenue if ads stop serving to your tags. Service workers contains only a small fraction of code necessary to load ads. The majority of the code is contained in the separate files such as programs, etc., which are loaded by gpt.js as needed. For loading the code, GPT library only. Sometimes you may not be in control, direct control of when or how GPT is loaded. For example, when using a third-party ad to expect GPT or make it fast. In these cases, it may be appropriate to reload the request for GPT. So you may not deal with this, but then I'm adding all these references for you in the future, if at all, if you need, maybe after 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, I don't know. So you might have to deal with these things in your career. That's when this all could be useful. See, whatever I am updating here or doing this, mainly it's for developers, not for the digital marketers. So it's difficult for you to understand all this probably. Okay. So, see what happens is the website in the previous class, what we have learned is we have learned various methods, uh, various issues like what can impact the load times of the page and all, correct? Correct. Like it could be a multiple images, too many JavaScript files, too many CSS files, right? Not using the CDN, right? Uploading heavy images to the website, right? So the wrong way of rendering data from the database, correct? This all are fine. This all can be taken care or can be understood by digital marketers or the website developers, and they all can be easily implemented. So what if website has lot of ads? So websites, many websites serve ads. Their main revenue, their main money is through ads. And when they are displaying ads, these ads might impact the performance when they are not implemented in the best way, right? Right? And for those people, these are the instructions or the strategies, implementation guidelines of how to handle implementing the best strategies to avoid the impact on performance. Okay, so at a very top level to understand, so lazy loading of the ads, I explained what is lazy loading and asynchronous loading, better ad formats of standards which we have to understand, which is not needed at this moment. We will understand this in the AdSense. So partner with ad network with networks that prioritize the speed, ad sizes, formats, and positions also play a crucial role in the performance. Okay, so we have to give importance to all of those things. That's why websites with ads can also be served quickly. I mean, the performance of those websites can be better. Okay, Mohit, you have any questions, Mohit? So you have to go through. You all have to go through this document. And starting from here, technical SEO, we have discussed all of these things, how to improve the performance of websites, the technical SEO. See, a lot of things which we have discussed in the site level SEO, usually people call them as technical SEO, but we have segregated them as site level SEO. All of these things, and we have discussed a lot of them already on the site level SEO, right? But everywhere else outside, people call these also technical SEO, but we are segregating them or separating them from technical SEO, right? And hence for you, technical SEO looks like not much. So purely technical, which ideally, usually dealt by web developers, is being segregated as technical SEO here. Otherwise, everything we have put under the site level SEO, yeah, which will people call as a technical SEO. The other people would call it as technical SEO. Okay. So now we understood handling technical SEO of normal websites and websites with ads as well. So understanding all these optimizations is purely technicals which developers struggle to understand, right? So as a digital marketer, you all should be knowing at least at the top level what has to be taken care in order to improve the performance. We have discussed or mentioned those things here. Okay, yeah, and rest of the and you have got the references for the same here. Okay, so in the next class we will discuss about the Google Ads. Sorry, we forgot to discuss about off-page SEO. We'll discuss off-page SEO, and then once we are done with the off-page SEO, then we will switch to Google Ads. Okay, everybody?
Yes, sir. Sir, what about backlinks?
Yeah, we will discuss backlinks.
Yeah,
Backlinks and off-page both same. It's also called as off-page SEO or backlinks. Okay, we will discuss that, and then we will step on to ads part. Okay, fine. Okay, okay. So we'll wind it up for today. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, please.
so in Google Ads, can we get live projects so that for practicing or something?
Live projects. See, I will
Because
be logging
the
into the live project. Okay. I will be logging into the live project. I will launch the live campaign at the platform, right? I will help you out with getting access to the platform. Okay. You will be able to explore the platform. And I'll be teaching on the live platform only, not the presentation. I'll be executing the ads here. I'll be executing the ads on Facebook and Instagram, and you'll be learning everything from there. Okay.
but then how to practice this?
You will have access to
Because
practice.
it's all because
So
it's all
you can
about
create, see
practicing.
anybody, see for example, if you have to practice shuttle, you have to buy two bats, shuttle bats, right? You need a code, right? Same way you can, fortunately here it's free to sign up for anybody. You can sign up freely. Now think of it, there is no entry fees to get into the ground, to the tennis courts, and there are bats also available for free. You can go there and you can play. You need the time to go and play there, and you need a trainer to teach how and what, and I am here. So all these platforms you can sign up for free. Okay, I will be guiding you all how to do, what to do. Okay, yeah. friends? Can we wind it up for today?